Hello, I want to thank you once again. This is Santos here on Next Level Consulting. I hope that you are having a wonderful Wednesday morning, mid-morning. I'm here in Stockton, California. I'm getting ready to do some business here locally. I'm part of the Chamber of Commerce here in Stockton. I am excited today. Once again, God has given us another day to get things right, to get hit a little bit. You know, when I mean get hit a little bit, we go through problems, right? Do you go through problems, or is your life just peaches and cream? If you're like me, if you're a humanoid just like me, I'm sure that you probably go through a few things daily. I wanted to take a few minutes out and talk a little bit about identity theft and the problems with identity theft when it comes to family. A lot of people that I speak to, let me go back a little bit and say this, that I am a Legal Shield independent associate. Therefore, I help educate and help empower families and small businesses. I actually just finished my small business certification, so it's another arsenal, I guess I can say, that I can be proud of, something else that I can help the community with. Therefore, I educate and I share. I am getting a little bit better at my videos. I'm working on making them shorter. Unfortunately, sometimes the videos go long because of the information that has to be put forth. Now, I'm sharing with you today, I speak to a lot of people daily, outside of the home, outside of the office. I also do a lot of internet marketing. And I find that most people really don't have a really great idea of what identity theft really is, or how it can impact you as an individual. Again, I'm not going to make this video very long, because the link that I post in the area below this video will actually have a link to some videos. And you're welcome to do your own research. The videos that I'm posting are very short in nature. They're about 2 minutes, 2, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. The number 6 video speaks about identity theft. I believe number 5 and 6 speak about identity theft. And also, when you navigate on that link, on that page, on that website, you can click on buy now or plan information, and it basically gives you pricing, which is extremely affordable. I mean, this is incredible. And we've been around for over 42 years. There's over 1.4 million families taking advantage of these services. And my question is, why shouldn't you? Identity theft has a broad spectrum. The FBI tells us today that it is the fastest growing crime in America. The Federal Trade Commission tells us that it is actually happening every 2 seconds. It used to be 3, now it's 2. Identity theft is taking place every 2 seconds. What does that mean? Maybe it's never happened to you. I know personally, because I've had it happen to me several times. It wasn't on a big scale, but it did happen. I've experienced it. Identity theft is not a pleasant experience to go through. I talk to people on a daily basis, so I know what people encounter. Businesses are devastated because of identity theft. Family, relationships, devastated because of identity theft. Now, again, it really depends on the type of identity theft that we go through, or that you go through. Your social security number, your driver's license, your address, your name, information, medical information about you and your family members. You know, it's all out on the internet. If someone really wants to get into your information, if they're destined to do it, believe you me, they will do it. And because there's people doing it even as we speak. The number one consumer complaint, the FTC tells us also, over the past 13 or 14 years, if I'm correct, the number one consumer complaint Identity theft is broad, it is very wide, and when it hits, it can hit very, very hard. It can destroy people. Now, I'm not going to go back because I've mentioned that. But here's what I want to talk about in this video. You may not have identity theft protection, or maybe you did have it, or maybe you think you might have some. I know there's people that say they have their credit cards protected at the bank, and that's great. But that really is not identity theft or identity theft protection. You as an individual, you are your own identity, and it is imperative, it is extremely important that you protect you. You protect your children. You protect your family. Because, you know, if it does, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You and I are both vulnerable to some serious identity theft. Now, I do have my family protected. I pay a very affordable monthly fee for that service. It is an awesome service. I have consultants waiting for me. I have consultants that monitor things that go online, my credit score, and so forth, everything about me and my family. I can call them and question them. And in the event that something does happen, all I have to do is give limited power of attorney and they go to work on my behalf. And it doesn't cost me any more other than what I'm already paying. A small, flat, monthly fee. And I'm not going to give you that number here because you'll probably think that it's a joke. But this is not a joke. This is very serious. Now, there are companies out there that you can pay a lot more for. They do not do full restoration. Let me make that clear. These other companies, I'm not going to mention their name. As far as I know, some of the homework that I've done, the only company that I have that I know that does that is actually the company that we have, which is Kroll, the largest risk management company in the world. The largest. We've got it all. You know, I don't know why somebody else would want to pay somebody else for their services when they're more money and they don't even do what we do. Of course they monitor, they take care of a few things, but when it comes to your identity being breached, because it doesn't matter whether you have our service or their service, the opportunity is still there. You can still become compromised. I'm sharing all of this with you because there's a lot of people that just don't know that this service really exists. We must protect ourselves. We must protect our children. It could take countless hours on your part if you get breached. If your identity, certain part of your identity gets hit hard, it can cost you time. It can cost you a lot more money. A lot more money. You could lose your job with the time that you would have to invest to fix that. And think about this. The worry and the stress that you would have to go through knowing that you've been breached. Knowing that your credit score that you had that was in the 600s or 700s is now in the 300 or 400s. You got to restore all that. Hassling from creditors. And there's more. I'm just getting into just the basics of this because this can be very, very broad. I was talking to an individual today on Facebook and he called me paranoid. You know, you want to know what paranoid is? Paranoid is when I give my information out to somebody and I give them my number so that I can share this opportunity with their family and they refuse to call me. That's paranoid. I call what I'm doing preventive identity theft, education, and insurance. Just like we have life insurance, just like we have a will, just like we have insurance on our vehicles, just like we have insurance on our home if you own a home. There's all kinds of insurances out there that we pay for. Of course, some people don't care about any of that and they operate without it, and then the law gets them and they get themselves in some serious trouble. Don't play with your identity. You are at risk just as well as I am. Protect yourself. My name is Santos Rolon Jr. I'm here in Stockton, California. The information will be below this link. You're welcome to call me. I also am a consultant, not for Kroll. I'm an independent associate of Legal Shield, but I do have my own consulting business that I've established, and we can talk in other areas about what we're doing here in Stockton, California. I would encourage you to have or make it a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day, and take this video very seriously. I would love to see your comment, and I would love to meet you in person, or at least hear from you by phone call. Thank you, and learn to protect yourself and your family.